This is the Logitech G502 versus the Razer Mamba Wireless. So what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and basically I'm going to be doing a comparison video of the Razer Mamba Wireless and the Logitech G502, which are very heavy mice and good in the market, but we're going to try to figure out which one is better in terms of what kind of playstyle you have and what you're used to. So basically, let's go to start off with the G502, and this thing is not bad at all. I really like the grips on the side. It's really good. Also, the fact that it comes with weights and you can change the weight of it and just plop this back on, or even take the bottom off completely if you feel like it. But it also has some extra buttons. Like, it has this one down here that you can program on a computer to anything, but if you just program it on a computer, it'll work to anything on a PS4 or Xbox. It'll keep the same function for it. There's also these two extra buttons right here on the left click, which are just extra buttons for anything. They're called G8 and G7. But basically, all the buttons on here is just the usual right click, left click, scroll wheel. We got this button right here. It's also a new button. It's above the DPI button. Basically, if you click this, like right here, how it stops, now it's an infinite scroll until I stop it. So that's neat if you ever want that. The buttons feel amazing, and it's just a very good mouse and all. Honestly, I think it's good for palm grip, claw grip, and even just this one right here. I forgot what the name of it, but it's basically where you keep your palm off and just hold it on your fingers like a palm grip. But basically, it's really good. The cord's pretty decent length, honestly. The weight of this mouse can differ around 121 to 124.5 grams. 124 being the max amount of weight because of the weights that come with it, and 121 being just the weights, which is how I used to play with it. The mouse's dimensions are about 4.6 inches long, which is pretty decent for a hand like mine or for an adult hand, and also 2.1 inches wide, which is not that bad, and it's pretty good in size for anything. The price normally is between 70 to 90. When it was first released, it was released for 150. They took that down to 100. Then it went down to 90 last year. Now it's around 70 to 90, depending on what store you go to. Or if you go to a local game exchange, you will find it for probably 40 bucks whenever it's there. Maybe even 30 if you're lucky. But basically, that's it. It is just a different shaped version and just heavier version of the Pro. Basically, it's not bad. It's good. And I don't know. I would recommend that mouse right there if, like, you really love Logitech mice and you want to spend a lot on a mouse, but you don't want to spend over 100. That's your mouse right here. Just G502. You could also find it on eBay for like 30 bucks, which is pretty good. Now we're going on to one of the classic ones, the Razer Mamba Wireless. Y'all have seen this before. Y'all have seen it like once or twice on a room tour video. In my old room, I used to have one of these, but sadly it got stolen at school. I brought it to school one day. I'm just gonna tell you a short story. Brought it to school, lost it, found out a kid stole it, couldn't get it back. But now I have another one after a long time, and it's not as bad as I used to think it was. Honestly, I used to be the impatient and time flies by when you play video games. Now it's like it goes by slow because I love video games, but I'm not addicted like I used to be. So it seems like that this battery runs forever, but it only runs for like, I think, 8 to 12 hours, maybe 48 hours. I'm not sure. But either way, I normally use the cord. But this mouse, also something neat with it, is you can change it from a wireless mouse that you use the dongle down there for, and plug in a cord. Basically, just slide it in like that. and make it into a basically wired mouse like so, which is pretty neat because it's a good thing if you one day you love wireless and then the next you like wired, and it's just a complicated relationship. It's like this. This mouse is good for you if you got big hands, love Razer brand in general, and also if you normally want to switch between a wired and wireless mouse every once in a while, but you don't have the money to just buy, like, just say a Logitech G305 and a Logitech G502, and you can't afford that. You just want to buy one mouse. This is it for you. It's about 106 grams in weight, which is a little bit less. It's about, I guess, 15 grams less than the Logitech G502 with no weights in it, which is pretty good. Sorry, I just blacked out. The length of the mouse is 4.95 inches, which is pretty good. Which I'm not complaining at all. It's pretty good size for this type of mouse. The width is 2.54 inches, which is the only, I guess, good kind for this. But yeah, basically. But basically all you got on here is another DPI button. Then you got an on and off switch for if it's wireless. Spot for the dongle to go. Side buttons. Right and left click. Scroll wheel. And 2 DPIs to raise it up or down. It does have LED lights on the scroll wheel, and on this part they are RGB. They change, which I found cool whenever I used to have this, but now it's just a gimmick that's on there. But yeah, honestly, just the coolest thing about this mouse is just switching it. Like, say you wake up, you're like, I'm a wired mouse person. Boom, pop it in there. Next day, I'm a wireless person. Then you just, boom, take out the wire and plug it in using a dongle, which is pretty cool, honestly. But which one would I recommend for you between these two mice right here, the Mamba wireless and the G502? Honestly, both. But if you really love Logitech and you want a good mouse that's less than 100, but you want to spend a lot of money, buy the G502. Heck, I don't even recommend this. Actually, just buy a G305. It's basically a Logitech G Pro, just the shape of a 203. But yeah. Anyways, if you love Razer brand at all, get this. Because if you love wired and wireless mouse and you don't have a preference between the two, you want to swap between the two, and you don't want to really have to spend a lot of money because you're not really good in the kind of money establishment, then just buy the Razer Mamba wireless. Trust me, there's no other mouse on the market that you could switch in between a wired and wireless mouse just by plugging in and ripping off a cord. The only other Razer mice that I know is the Razer Essential, which I haven't tested out yet, but I've heard it's better than the Mamba. But it don't switch, which it don't bother me. But I'm gonna test that out soon. And then the Death Adder Elite, and that's about it. Also, I do have this one over here, the Atheros. And thinking about doing a video on that in another day. But yeah, I'm gonna try to upload more videos for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I just like it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Razer Mamba wireless. It's your preference, but I used to use palm grip, but now I use claw grip for the mouse. That's probably the best way to do it. But that's it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video. Have an amazing night or day depending on when you're watching this. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.